It all began on a stormy Thursday. That evening, I was in my home office, catching up on overdue work emails after dinner. My phone buzzed. It was her, my wife of a decade. I assumed she'd call to say she was staying a bit longer at her sister's, or maybe, just maybe, to tell me she missed me. But the silence on the other end told a different story. "Hey," she said, her tone dull and hollow. "We need to talk." My heart stalled. That phrase had never boded well for us, especially not lately. Things had been rocky. Financial pressure, barely speaking to each other, the slow decay of routine and resentment. But still, hearing those words left me breathless. "Okay," I said cautiously. "What's going on?" There was another long silence. Then she said it. "I think we should end things." I felt the floor disappear beneath me. I leaned back, stunned, grasping for clarity. "End what exactly?" I asked, though I already knew. "Our marriage," she replied flatly. "I'm done. I don't love you anymore. I can't fake it." Her words hit me like a sledgehammer. I wasn't sure if I wanted to scream or break down. I had no idea things had gotten this bad. Sure, intimacy had vanished, but I chalked it up to burnout. We were both under pressure, and I thought it was just a phase. "You're serious?" I asked. "I've never been more serious," she said. "I've already talked to a lawyer." That one knocked the wind out of me. No warning, no conversation, just a one-sided plan with legal backing, like a business decision. "What about the kids?" I asked. "Our daughters 6 and 8. "They'll be fine," she said coldly. "They're strong." There was a terrifying indifference in her voice. This wasn't just the end of love. It was the unraveling of everything we'd built. And she sounded like she was walking away from a lease, not a family. "Is there someone else?" I asked. A pause. Then, yes. I shut my eyes, exhaling sharply. Of course there was. "Who is he?" "Someone from work. It's been going on a while." "How long?" 6 months. Half a year. Half a damn year she'd been sneaking around, while I worked overtime, kept our lives together, and gave every ounce of energy I had to the family. All while she played house with someone else. I couldn't even speak for a few seconds. Then I told her, "Fine. If that's what you want, we'll do this the right way." She chuckled. "The right way? What does that mean?" "This divorce," I said. "You want out? Great. But don't expect me to roll over." Her tone changed. "You really think a judge is going to take your side?" "I think," I said firmly, "that a judge might be interested in your affair, your emotional abandonment, and the fact that you haven't contributed a cent to this household in years." "You can't prove any of that," she snapped. "Can't I?" I said. "Watch me." She hung up. From that point on, I was a different man. I became focused, precise. I hired one of the best divorce attorneys in the state, someone known for tearing through high-conflict custody and asset cases like a surgeon with a blade. I started collecting evidence, texts, emails, recorded calls, legally, of course, single-party consent laws in our state, every moment that showed her neglect and detachment. And I worked on myself. I got fit, clean, got a new look, new wardrobe. I wanted the world, and the court, to see I was not some broken man. I was a father, provider, a protector. Meanwhile, she kept sinking. She moved out soon after, leaving the kids with me full-time. Didn't even pack their things properly. No toys, no school stuff, nothing. I took pictures. I saved everything. Documented every time she didn't call, didn't show, didn't care. When the custody hearing arrived, I was ready. My lawyer presented ironclad evidence. Her affair, her financial irresponsibility, her emotional detachment. Teachers and neighbors testified about how involved I was, how often they saw me with the girls. The judge paid attention, noted the way she rolled her eyes, checked her phone during testimony, barely even looked at me or the kids. By the end, the verdict was clear. I was granted sole custody. She got restricted visitation, supervised. No alimony. Child support awarded. The house remained mine. She walked away burdened with legal costs, debts, and regret. But I didn't stop there. I filed a civil case, emotional distress and intentional harm. Her deceit, her manipulation, The damage she caused to our daughters, to me. The case got local press. People were stunned by the details. Some backed me. Some still clung to outdated biases. But facts beat sympathy every time. The jury awarded me damages. Not because I wanted her money, but to make a point. Betrayal comes with a price. Years passed. I found someone new. Someone who valued me, respected me, and loved my daughters like her own. They call her mom now. She is their mom in every way that matters. As for my ex, she tried to piece her life back together. But her career went nowhere. Her relationship crumbled. Turns out, the same selfishness that destroyed us poisoned everything she touched. Sometimes I wonder if she lies awake at night, haunted by what she lost. But I don't waste time on ghosts. I focus on my family, on love built on truth, loyalty, and strength. Because sometimes the only way to survive a storm is to become the thunder.